Hello my gorgeous people in it. These are your weekly horoscope tarot card readings, and they are for the water signs of Zodiac, which are Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. And this weekly reading is going to be individually time-stamped, of course, and it's going to be in between the 13th and the 20th of January 2022. So I am going to start with my gorgeous Cancer. My gorgeous Cancerini, this reading is in between the 13th and the 20th of January 2022. You know what, you are going to have a little bit of like an uncomfortable situation this week, but let me just tell you how this is going to start and how this is going to finish. This week is going to start with you realizing, that the specific part of your life is not going to work like this anymore. It's not going to work out like this anymore. So most importantly, it's going to kind of make you realize that, there is something that you have to like kind of detach yourself from. On one hand, you have to like kind of ignore negativity as much as you can around you, and the negativity that you're absorbing, because this negativity has been like kind of affecting you so much. And the problem is that you're very kind of like a spiritual, you're very psychic, but then on another hand, you also kind of like can pick up on all sorts of feelings and emotions without even realizing that you are picking up on these things. So this is your own power, but sometimes it can kind of drain your energy, and until you kind of focus and realize what this is or where this is coming from, it's just kind of going to require your attention. So you are going to become aware of this indeed, that something was like really pretty much so draining your energy when it comes to that particular aspect of your life as well. You have to ignore like things that are constantly saying about something negative or constantly projecting some kind of negativity, because it's like kind of draining your energy unnecessarily. But then on another hand, you are, as I said, you're gonna notice like a pretty much so the certain part of your life, it slowly came to an end, but it's connected to also maybe you kind of focusing on the certain illusion, but then subconsciously you knew that you're gonna have to like kind of like move on with your life. You're gonna start to make certain changes in order to make yourself feeling so much happier. So this is gonna be really brilliant. This is like a little blessing. So it's all about the realization, whether you're gonna have a little message, you will see, like whether you're gonna have a message and information, or you will see something. It's gonna happen in that particular way where your eyes are most certainly going to be open. Your eyes are going to be open this week, and this is why this is going to be so beneficial for you, because it's going to give you the chance and opportunity to move on with your life. But of course it comes with a little bit of like, oh God, the certain part of your life, you will absolutely see that it's slowly coming to an end. You will be really happy, but then at the same time, there's certain aspects about it that is just going to make you feel negative, because you haven't kind of made this part of your life as successful as you wanted, or you didn't take it where you wanted to take. It doesn't really matter. This is very important for you to understand, because when it comes to your spiritual journey, this is how you're going to find yourself by the end of this week. When something comes to an end, anything that comes to an end, it also has an important beginning next to it. The more difficult the end is, the more weird the end is, and the more negative the end in the end makes us feel, the more powerful we are going to come out on the other side. And I'm only talking about like a really short week here, 7 or 8 days, where all this is going to take change. What you need to do is just basically really strictly pay attention to those bursts of inspiration that you will have throughout this week. Those bursts of inspirations are going to be talking you, but they will be reminding you every single time about something specific, every single time about something significant, every single time about one particular thing. So this is something that you need to pick up on what this is, because it's to do with your calling, but at the same time it's to do with an aspect of your life that you have to think about. You have to make a careful planning in order to make a progress in your life. It's coming, it's important, it's significant, and it's life-changing as well. So when you realize this part of your life coming to an end, at the same time you just say bye darling, and also at the same time, because the more you kind of like come to terms with this, the quicker you're gonna come out. It's going to start the process of healing, because your spiritual journey with that came to an end. You came to an end with this, and that in itself is going to lead towards an important beginning, an important inspiration within the next few days after that moment in time. You know, it's all about the inspiration that you are going to have, and someone in particular is going to inspire you, and this person is amazing, this person is remarkable, this person is brilliant, this person is mind-blowing in so many different ways. It's somebody who you really look up to, somebody who's very special to you, somebody whom you're gonna kind of be in touch this week, or you will look at them, or they're just gonna come to your mind, you know. But it's somebody very strong and powerful that you really look up to. Every time when you connect to this person, you feel like, yeah, baby, you feel really inspired. Well, you know what? You are benefiting from this person's energy in the best possible way. They're telling you through their energy that they are meant to be in your life. So this is something I need you to remember, my gorgeous Cancerini. This is very important. So someone is really going to inspire you, and it's not only about the inspiration, but you will know through that person what kind of like how to deal with a certain problem in your life as well. And when it comes to like also the end of the week, you know, it's just all about like someone is going to try to wind you up, and somebody's just going to really kind of show for who they are. And I really want you to understand and be prepared for this. You know, it's a lot going on like in your life at the moment with people with opposing opinions, you know, and it's just you kind of like trying to avoiding this like kind of confrontational situation. There is absolutely no point, because you're going to come across someone who's like saying one thing and you're saying something completely different. It's just like, my lord, you know, you're just so far apart like with opinions, you know, that you just like really, if you could do absolutely anything to try to kind of avoid any confrontational situation, like taking the next step type of thing, you know, just like kind of like just try to make that person or this group of people feeling like, you know, in a positive way when you go, rather than a negative way. But stick to your guns, you know, stick to yourself, you know, stick to your way of thinking, you know, stick to your way of planning, you know, stick to your own intuition, because it is not going to lead you astray for certain. And also, you know, this week, just remember, it's an important week when it comes to continuation, that what you should be doing, what you feel like you should be doing, go for it. But it like has to be connected to the actual finances, money, planning, working with a team, talking, expressing yourself. The more you do this, the more you're gonna succeed. Okay, the more you do this, the more you're gonna achieve, because through that, through communicating, talking, working, throwing yourself into all sorts of opportunities, there is something very, very significant that you are going to find out when you least expect it. But you need this information, my darlings, indeed. So now I'm just gonna see what is going to be an oracle card, my gorgeous Cancerini. Okay, your oracle card for this time is shield your energy, look beneath the surface. That's exactly what I was talking about. You see this? Look beneath the surface. There is something so specific and so important that you're going to find out. It's going to blow your mind. Like in so many different ways, it's going to blow your mind, but at least you will know what to do, because what you will know what to do is like a sacred information. It's going to help you to make a very big jump in your life. You see this little froggy? It's like a jump, quick jump towards the direction that you want to go towards. You see, it's going to help you to avoid so much that you do not need to be part of whatsoever. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about is going to be my gorgeous Scorpio. You know, I'm going to have my gorgeous Scorpione, just a little bit of rose and hibiscus tea. Oh, so good. Sorry. You know, I'm obsessed with this rose and hibiscus tea with like organic unwaxed lemon and with the actual organic honeycomb. You know, I don't believe in natural honey anymore because it's very difficult to find the natural honey, so I don't use sugar. So it's either maple syrup or it's either organic honey. But if it's organic honey, it needs to be like a honeycomb. So that's the one that I'm using. I break honeycomb and I just put it in my tea, you know. At least I know it's a honey, you know. but it's just tastes absolutely delicious. Okay, so my gorgeous Scorpioni, this is in between the actual 13th and the 20th of January 2022. So now basically, you know, you are gonna have, you're gonna feel like a little bit of nostalgia. You know, there is a certain part of your life that it's going to give you such a nice little slap, you know, this week. You're gonna have a nice little slap. You're gonna have a nice spiritual slap when it comes to the certain part of your life that it's missing, certain part of your life that is making you feel nostalgic, and the certain part of your life that you've kind of left behind. It's an important moment in time, because that spiritual slap that I'm talking about, it also means the beginning of something very special, realization, an idea, confirmation, the next step, you know, the sacred gift that you have, what you are doing on this earth. My Lord, all these aspects are going to be so important and so relevant, and this is why I say this is like a spiritual slap that you are going to have, that you are going to feel why you're not doing things that you think that you should be doing, why you're not maybe like a kind of like a living your life in the way that you want to live your life. I'm not saying that you're not living your life in the way that you want to live. I'm just saying that there is something very special and very particular and very specific that you should be doing, and it's a very strongly in your past. So this is what it's going to come to you. And before that comes to you, what this is going to really give you an insight into this present moment with like a very messy situation, but at the same time it's really going to remind you that it's time to move on with your life. This is an important time, but also it is going to give you, help you realize things about yourself, you know. It is all about you kind of like moving on from that situation, kind of thinking about that particular aspect of your life. How can you do this? How you can revive this? How you can rejuvenate this? It's about you bringing like the certain part of your life into the present moment, but it's going to require so many changes for you to kind of work on, and so many changes to make, because in the meantime you changed a lot, and the change that you've been through kind of made you kind of like falsely separate yourself from that particular ambition or that part of you that is just now going to be screaming to come out, you know, screaming to be noticed. You know, whatever you're doing, whatever you're following, whatever you're watching, whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to achieve, whatever you're trying to work on, this is to do with a very specific aspect that it's missing, you know? Very, very specific aspect that it's missing. And somebody who is very kind of close to you as well, somebody who is kind of important to you, it is going to highlight this, or they've already highlighted this part of you that you should be doing, that you should be expressing yourself in this particular way. So it's just about bringing something rather additional into your life, that now it's time for you to recognize that this is a very strong part of you. You thought it was not, you thought that you kind of like went over, you thought that you kind of grew out of it, but no, this still requires your assistance. This still requires you from working on this and bringing it kind of into your life, you know, making a space for this, because it's most certainly going to give you, you know, a time to think. You're going to need to think about it, how you're going to do this, how you're going to bring this into your life. But at the same time, it's like, oh my God, it's like a spiritual gift. It's like a sacred gift. This is going to be obvious to you, whether you understand what am I talking about or not. You're Scorpioni, so you understand quite a lot. I don't even have to talk. I just look at you, you will just get me. Do you know what I mean? But no, it's just about your sacred gift. It's something that you're very unique about, something that you're very special about, something that makes you feel different, but something that revives every single part of you, every single time when you're thinking about, every single time when you're talking about, every single time when you're talking about it, every single time when you're focusing on it. This is very important, and this is really significant to you. It's to do with your sacred gift, and that it's going to come to you as well. It's going to be, whether you understand now or not what am I talking about, you know how you're going to completely be aware of it. It's all about you trusting yourself, your beautiful self, your mysterious self, your wonderful self, and allowing yourself to wander, allowing yourself to step through towards the unknown area of your life, life, but also at the same time giving a credit to yourself. Your own credit is going to be your guiding light, and you're going to realize what this is and why am I talking about, because yes, of course, that there is going to be a little hermit moment that you are going to have, and that hermit moment that you are going to have, you know, hermit moment, it's all about you kind of being pretty much so within yourself, but wanting to be with yourself, by yourself. And sometimes before that happens, we feel the need to go outside. We feel the need to go to connect with the nature, reconnect with the nature, reconnect with the forest, reconnect with the water. My Lordy Lord, there's so many different aspects that we can pay attention to before that happens, you know. So it's all about this hermit moment that you're actually going to have, my gorgeous Scorpione. And that hermit moment, it's actually going to really show you what this is, because at the same time, it's going to have an enlightening effect on you, like every single hermit moment does. And you will see that something really absolutely mind-blowing is going to come to the surface. It's just going to come to you, you know, or you're going to be sitting down, maybe just drifting in your thoughts, and then this is going to come to you. We'll see exactly what I was talking about. So this is really, really important to pay attention to indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Scorpione. Lead the way, light your own path. Surprise, surprise. Lead the way, light your own path. The more you give credit to your gorgeous weird self, and I say weird in the best possible way, but the most you give a credit to yourself, you know, the more you give a credit to yourself, the more light you are going to put on your path. Maybe you have been paying attention to things that you shouldn't be paying attention to, and subconsciously maybe you were really strong about them, around them, but subconsciously they kind of managed to find a dirty way towards your subconscious mind. So this is what this creature from the darkness do. They just attach to our subconscious mind. They find their way through our subconscious mind, which means that we can be fed negativity and uncertainty, like, oh, doom this, doom that, you know, and we are not even aware of it, that we are listening to this, we are watching this, we are sucking this into our energy, you know, and ultimately it's just like put so many blockages on that and on us that we can't even like move on, you know, like freely with our own lives the way we want to, you know, because we feel like cement on us. Do you know what I mean? So this is the type of energy and vibration that I'm talking about. So you just need to understand, like, maybe which aspect of your life is still draining this negative energy, maybe towards your spiritual bubble, you know, and maybe you're having like a really low radio in the background, you know, even like you may not even hear this radio properly, but then it still kind of finds its way. Maybe you're reading something and on the left it's some kind of negativity, on the right is lots of negativity, and you're not even realizing that you're picking up on this, you know, in your life. So this is what you need to understand. Light your own path, my gorgeous Scorpione. Okay, so now the next sign that I'm going to be talking about, it's going to be my gorgeous, my ever so precious, my beautiful Pisces, my gorgeous Pisces lineage. You know what, you just have to be quite careful this week. It's about the balance, you know, you must not lose your balance. You know, someone is going to be around you, or someone is going to tell you something, or someone is going to give you the certain information, but it's just not going to make sense, you know, and something may also be like required from you as well. Please just try to remember me. If something doesn't make sense to you, please kind of avoid that situation, because you may lose your balance here. I've got just a bit of a warning this week to pay attention to, like not to lose your balance. And the way not to lose your balance, my gorgeous Piscelini, is just basically like you know, if something doesn't make sense, no baby no. If someone is telling you something to do and you know it doesn't make sense, no baby no. If someone is pushing you towards something, no baby no. You know, you just have to understand this, my gorgeous Piscelini, that we live in a very kind of unusual time. There is so much going on, but then you're very psychic, you're very spiritual, you're very powerful, and you're very sensitive at the same time. So all this energy can kind of multiply themselves, and they can become very, very sensitive. And once that happens, then we just kind of lose ourselves, and we are paying attention towards things that are making us feel sad, making us feel negative, and we just get used to that vibration. vibration. We get used to that energy. So please just remember, what you need to do this week is like when you are talking to someone, or someone is talking to you, or someone is trying to tell you something, yeah, just have a smile on your face or whatever. But you need to do only those things that make sense to you from the beginning of this week until the end of this week strictly. You do not do anything that you wouldn't do, or don't do anything that you felt pressurized to actually do. This is a very important, because all you need to do is just focus on your work, focus on your career. If you're retired, focus on things that you wanted to do, things like about the next step. Think what would you like to do in order to, what you always wanted to do but is kind of got stuck in the process, and also to do things in order just to kind of like go on the next step on your life. It all depends on your spiritual journey at the moment, but just basically you just need to respond like intuitively. Okay, so this is something you need to remember, and that is going to help you to preserve your balance in every single way. When it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your life in general, when it comes to your finances, when it comes to your financial situation in general, when it comes to your future, when it comes to your future planning, when it comes to like a certain mystery, it's also kind of going to resolve itself without even wanting to know. So not that long after that moment in time, there is some kind of mystery that is going to resolve itself without even asking, without even like kind of like looking into it. It's just going to become the part of your energy. So it's only going to confirm things to you that you've done the right thing. So in order to keep your balance, and this balance, if you keep right, it's going to affect every single aspect of your life. If you keep this balance right, if you respond to every single person this week how you want to respond, through your own intuition, you respond through your own intuition, you open your third psychic eye and look at the situation with it, you're going to see it's like, oh my Lord. So that's what you need to do. So by responding the way you want to respond, you will do the right things when it comes to your financial situation, when it comes to your future, and when it comes to your balance in general. This is what I need you to remember. And also, I need to kind of, my gorgeous Pisces, prepare you that it's very much so, this is a very interesting week that you are going to have, because also, the specific situation that you are going to see is just kind of like going to open your eyes, and it's going to make you just like a little bit anxious. But this anxiety is actually going to be really good. This anxiety is actually going to be really important. I'm not saying, oh my God, anxiety is good. Anxiety is natural, and it's showing you, like normal anxiety, it's natural, and it's just showing you, the certain aspect of your life that you should be paying attention to, that it doesn't make sense. So you will see something and you will kind of not want to be part of this. This is really going to kind of like open your eyes, and it's going to help you to realize who you are, and it's also going to, above all, going to confirm so much for you. So the certain situation that you're going to see, like perhaps certain group of people, is just going to give you a little bit of an anxiety, and that anxiety is going to be speaking to you, it's going to be talking to you, it's going to help you so much to kind of see the tower situation that this would be leading to, if you choose this path. It's pretty much so going to split into two very, very important paths. Yet again, my gorgeous Pisces, this is very important. The path number one is going to be very dark, very quick, very short, and there's just some kind of pressure around it, not really good. And the path number two is one long one unusual one that is constantly changing in its directions, and one that it doesn't kind of like, oh my God, it's very difficult to tell exactly the way things are going to happen, but that this is the right thing to do, that this is the right path to follow. I told you this before, and I'm seeing this now again, and this is very important, my gorgeous Pisces, because that path which is longer is just going to also be the right thing to do, but it's going to help you to kind of protect yourself from the very much so like a tower situation that you will become aware of. You're going to become aware of people that you shouldn't trust, and people that most certainly you should trust. At this moment in time in your life, this is really, really important. On another hand, one very, very important news here. Just stay committed to things that are important to you. Stay committed to the tasks at hand. Stay committed to things that make you feel good, like working, like maybe working on things that you want to improve yourself, improve your home, improve your finances, whatever it is. Just remember to stay committed to the task at hand, because the more you stay committed to the task at hand, the more powerful your vibration is going to be, and the more realizations and ideas you're also going to have. Very important, my gorgeous Pisces, indeed. So now I'm just going to see what is going to be your oracle card, my gorgeous Pisces. So your oracle, open intuition, my goodness, surprise, surprise, seek clarification. So you see, you're going to find yourself this week really wanting to find out something very deep, something very unusual, something very interesting, and you will want to find out this. You will want to seek clarification, and most certainly you are going to get an important clarification. This clarification that you're going to get is going to be absolutely mind-blowing, and you're not even going to understand everything the way things are, but you will know what to move on from, and you will most certainly know what to follow, what to follow through. This is very, very, very important in this moment in time. Okay, you have no idea how much this is going to be beneficial later on. You have no idea. Very important indeed. Okay, my gorgeous people, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light. So I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you, my gorgeous people. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.